Guys, check this out. A Sony AX401, mid-90s, reasonably priced, medium-end amplifier and receiver. Highly sought after, I understand. And it's sick. Does not have sound output on the left-hand side. Only has distorted sound on the right-hand side. The problem was the selector switch. Selector switch like these like to get corroded. So what you do is blast some of my special stuff in here. Deoxide fader. Expensive bottle, but worth the effort. Multimeter hooked up. Let's check it out. Here we go. That works. The other channel works too. The other channel works too. Nice. And the other channel. There we go. Oh, the other channel is here and here maybe? Yep, here we go. Works too. Delightful. All right, now let's clean this thing real quick because, ew. Not perfect, but better. Let's put it back together. So, bunch of issues with this one actually. At first there was no sound output, which I diagnosed to be the switch here that just needed to be cleaned. But we got some more issues. You can see we have the equalizer panel here is moving. We got some sound input coming. But we don't have any sound, so nothing's coming out here and nothing's coming out there. And as you can see, none of the function indicators here is lit. In fact, if I press one, it'll do something, but it won't latch. It won't latch. This amplifier actually had a bunch of issues. Other than the knob here, it also had very corroded inputs, which we cleaned, and now they work properly. And these voltage regulators here. This is the negative 9-volt regulator and the positive 9-volt. You can see all the burn down there, yes? So that happens when you listen to music very loudly. And the owner says, this is my friend Dan, we already repaired his TV on the channel, and this is the matching amplifier that goes with it. And he says, yeah, we listen to it loud. I'm like, hey, yeah. I can tell. So this one here had cracked solder joints replaced, no problem. This one here burned out completely, no problem. But since the negative 9-volt and the positive 9-volt rail, they kind of work in tandem on these. So if one of them fails, the other one works extra and then burns out. So which can cause some issues to the chips. And in this particular case, we have the mute line asserted here by this imbalance protector. So it's this tiny little, there you see right there underneath my finger is this is a transistor that protects your speakers if the power is imbalanced. And when you look at the board, there's not too many ICs here. I mean, there's a bunch more here on the front panel board, but that seems to be working fine. But when we look at the schematics, this guy here is responsible for switching inputs and asserting the mute line. So my guess is that this guy here isn't working right. So let's replace it. Got a fresh replacement here, a new all stock chip. Slots right in. All right, chip is in. Okay, the board is back in. Brand new chip right here. We hooked up to the video port. Power is hooked up. Yes. These here are test points. They're to adjust the balance. That's not it. The really weird connector cable here is in. This weird cable there is in too. That's actually where the channel selection comes through. So if this isn't connected, you ain't gonna have nothing. So all right, and we have some speakers hooked up. All right, we ready? Turn her on. Okay. Oh, all right. Look, the tuner symbol is on. Let's select video. Okay. Here we go. All right, speaker A works, speaker B works, and speaker AB. Look at that. Oh yeah. That works like a charm. Look at that. Nice. Repaired. If you need anything repaired, restored, or modded, call your boy RetroByteMeister at retrobytemeister.com. See ya.